The best of the Bill and Corey Show.
Cryo gloves.
Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
Oh, I'm Bill.
I'm Corey.
I didn't know we were live already.
I was whispering that to you, trying to say it lowly.
I just say, okay, so, because I'm not doing the intro anymore, so it's...
yeah, it is a little bit different.
Why do we have two buckets here? Today we're going to talk about carbon dioxide. I've got on cryo gloves, and it's because I'm too cool for you guys. This is dry ice.
Also known as what?
Dry ice. Solid carbon dioxide. And you put it in water. Oh, I spilled a little bit there.
That's okay.
And then I have a towel I can clean up later. This is kind of cool.
Wow.
And
feel some heat coming off of that.
yeah, now CO2. Wow,
I love the smell of
really
CO2 in the morning.
Just see how this goes back here.
And it makes me, the reason why I wore the witch's hat made me think of Macbeth.
There we go.
Double, toil and trouble, iron burn, or fire burns, and cauldron bubbles, and I brought my eye of newt.
Okay, it's all
But
set.
I couldn't find anything else. That's the only ingredient I could find. What I knew is just mustard seed, so it's not. I didn't have to find a newt and take its eye out. So don't write in.
So that's dry ice. Dry ice looks okay. You look at it and you go, "Hey, this looks kind of like snow." But and you'll think, I can pick it up. This is really boiling.
Oh, you went overboard.
Yeah, I think we get a little too much here.
My pants are getting wet.
So I think we went a little too high on the water there. Put a note there. Too much water. You might think that this is a disaster. You look at it and go, it's like snow, but this is really cold. Mm-hmm. It's minus 109 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm using cryo gloves here, and I can still kind of feel that it's a little bit cold. But so CO2, you can get serious frostbite or frostburn on it. Mm-hmm. So you have to be really careful about that.
Man, it's bubbling.
Yeah. Now CO2, it's really some safety things on this. Now the air has about 400 ppm CO2 in it, which is
Going up,
It's going up, which is fine for us to breathe. The time-weighted average for CO2, that means continual exposure of 5,000 ppms is the OSHA limits on that. And then
not sure how close we're getting to that.
Yeah,
to that right now.
It's going to be a long time off to that. This makes a lot of noise. I didn't really think about that. But if you get up around, you start to get around 3% of CO2 in the air, then you're going to have rapid breathing, and that's And then if you get up even higher, you even have more rapid breathing. And at 10% is kind of like the fatal limit. So if you're in an enclosed room with CO2, which we're not, we have ventilation here. You could die if it reaches 10%.
Do you know what it does to you? Because I know it's not lack of oxygen.
It's not. It's interesting. I learned this week. Is that do you need a towel or are you fine?
Well, my pants are wet, so
we'll won't talk about that. But yeah, what happens is the CO2 regulates your breathing, and it's there's this the body monitors the CO2 content in your blood.
not the oxygen.
Well, I might do that too. I'm not a doctor, but it monitors that. And if the CO2 level is too high, that makes the blood toxic, and that could harm your organs. So what it tells the body is, hey, we need more oxygen in there. Now, I don't know if it uses English or not.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And
It depends on what nationality you are, what you speak.
Sure. But it's so that the CO2 will call rapid breathing because your body says, hey, I need more oxygen. So that's good.
And lack of oxygen is not good.
That's
not good.
A bad thing. So,
Too much oxygen isn't good either, though.
And CO2 is heavier than air.
Mm-hmm. As you can see it.
So
you can see it going down as it comes out.
No, that's not CO2. That's
I know.
Water vapor. That's not CO2. That's water vapor.
I was trying to.
That's what it does. Is it freezes the vapor in the air. So it's kind of fun. So Yeah, and if you want to get more information on CO2 and safety and use, you can look at the Compressed Gas Association document CGA G6, G for gas, and 6 being the sixth one they did. So
it's a good late night
the
read.
standard.
I heard the ending's a little bit of a twist.
Yeah.
You won't see it coming.
Okay. Anyways, or the European has really standards really good. It's EIGA, E-I-G-A document 67/OAT/E. So we're doing pretty well with keeping this stuff going. So that's kind of a little. They're looking for a torque value on disc fittings. So we're going to keep them bagged because it's ultra high integrity. And this question's for Corey.
Yeah. So this one, as you can see here, this fitting has a nickel washer. And so it's not like our typical, what's the typical, I can't even think of the.
Like a Teflon.
Like a Teflon.
Well,
about
320 would
escaping.
have Teflon.
Yeah.
Flat face fittings would have
Yes.
typically a Teflon. Or
So you want to make sure that you crank it down hard enough to get this to seal correctly. And so we have listed on our website, I do believe.
I don't know if we put torque thing
We
on
did
there.
work on that. It was in our.
But the reason, you want to put up the next graphic?
Yes.
The publication?
There we go. So here's a CGA handbook,
V17.
V17,
Standard.
2006. It was reaffirmed in 2022, and it tells you torque, how much you need to torque disc fittings. Can we go to the next? Does it have the?
No, there's no. We can.
Oh yeah, we can't show.
You can
the
take the
information.
graphic off. We're going to show. Yeah. It's the torque you'd have. Reason why we're showing the CGA standard is you really should go to that because it's more than
Yes.
just a torque fitting for
Yes.
it. Because when you do any connection, any cylinder connection, you should pressurize it and do a leak check. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't just rely on, oh yes, I torqued it right.
Yes.
It should be good. Well, you need to leak check those things.
You know, leak check it, and also obviously get a real torque wrench that tells you how much you're torquing. I know my
Yeah.
arm's pretty good, but I don't know how much force
Yeah.
it puts down. So
But it's the numbers 35 to 40 foot-pounds to do on there. But you do need to pressurize it and leak check it.
yeah, even if you get it down, because who knows, or maybe you got something on the.
You better not have something on there.
Maybe when you were putting it on, you accidentally got some gunk. I don't know.
Oh,
Like
right,
something
yeah,
on
you
it.
did.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So that it might not make it seal as well. So you want to check for leaks.
And it's kind of interesting. You want to zoom in on this? Yeah, this is a bag we get from our vendor who makes the fittings. I don't know if you really read that. But it tells you to look at CGA V17
Oh, there you go.
for reference. It says, over torquing can damage sealing surfaces, reference CGA V17 2016.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't even think of that till you mentioned is that over torquing could be a big problem. You could break it that way.
Yeah, or just not sealed properly. It is a metal gasket, so it's not as forgiving as a Teflon one.